Hi there, I'm Paul Wright. I'm the CIO of Accuride Corporation. I'm here today to talk to you about our process in the gunite business unit. The gunite plant is located in Rockford, Illinois. They've been making brake drums for automotive and heavy trucks since the mid-1800s in this facility. We're going to really walk you through today what happens when we go from melting iron in the foundry all the way through to the factory of future in drum machining. That molten stream is actually coming from a process recipe, and that process recipe is really put together more in terms of cost than quality. We're still trying to make the right chemistry, but in terms of refinement of that chemistry in order to make the best quality drum that we can, you see the 5 vats of stuff with really big spoons in them. And what they're doing with those really big spoons is they're changing the chemical composition, and they're just different alloy additives into the system. So what you'll find is when he takes it away from there and he's added those things in, he takes it down to the end of the line, and you'll see often that they're taking a sampling out of there. That sampling is going in for real-time chemistry monitoring, and depending on what kind of drum that we're making at the time, those chemical parameters can be tighter or looser, but we are trying to hit the same chemistry pretty much every time, because not only does that make for the correct mechanical properties of the finished component, but it also makes the thing pour better into the molds, and that's what takes out the porosity and various other things like that. The process recipe is something that we set up in PLEX. So as they're defining what's going to go into the melt, we're setting that into PLEX, and that as we're sort of inputting that material, then we're doing that against a variable BOM, because again, with what we're dealing with, being exact is can be difficult. We're using jobs in this environment, and those jobs give us some traceability to know that specific lots used a different composition to make the right stuff. Okay, so now we're inside the next stage after those drums have cooled down, where they're about to go into the grinding area. So what he's doing right now is he's going to do a full dimensional layout of the part, and so that is real-time SPC data that's going into PLEX. Now, while these drums coming towards him may look the same, in the foundry we've actually got the ability to be producing 3 different part numbers at the same time. And so what's happening is he's not only doing these inspections, but right after him, it's going to go into an auto dotting vision system. So what's going to happen is the camera's going to identify the part based on the inner dimension, the inner diameter and the outer diameter of the part. And so based on that, then it's going to provide a different color dot onto the drum. And that color dot is then used to sort the part into one of the 3 grinders. So we've got robotic loading of those different grinding cells, robotic unloading and palletizing of those different grinding cells. So this is really becomes, at this point, going from what you might say is the factory of the past, with the guys manually pouring the iron, to the factory of the future, where you're using vision systems, you're using intelligent robots in order to grind the parts then and get them ready for finished machining. In this area, this is actually mid-volume machining lines, and so as you sort of spin around, you'll be able to see that we've got essentially a mirror image on both sides here. And what's happening is with the mid-volume products, we've got to have the flexibility and the capability to be making a lot of different part numbers simultaneously. So we're managing across all of Gunite a couple of hundred of different drum SKU numbers, and you know, it's not just distributing, it's manufacturing those part numbers. And so having good scheduling systems that we're able to use on the plant floor is essential for us. This plant was a recipient of an AME Manufacturing Excellence Award, and part of that comes from having good visual shop floor scheduling. But having good visual scheduling, if it doesn't tie into your systems, is not going to be very effective. And so what we do in a lot of our plants is try to make sure that we're using Kanban scheduling, because that is visual scheduling, and PLEX is one of the few ERP systems out there that has that. Like you've seen in other parts of the plant, there's robots loading and unloading. That allows us to have the PLC integration directly to the robots. And so what we have when you do this is the ability for real-time production tracking, which gives us the ability to provide real-time information to our suppliers, to our customers, as well as the plant floor schedulers to know that we've done what we said we were going to do every day. So here we are in our distribution center in Batavia, Illinois. This houses all of Accuride's product that is then staged, picked, and shipped to all of our customers, not only in the United States, but all over the world. This facility is using PLEX for distribution and warehouse management systems, as well as us using PLEX across Accuride for all of our manufacturing plants. That's a big change because historically this plant was on one ERP that then needed to talk to 5 or 6 different ERPs across our different business units in order to try and get the right parts in the right place at the right time. Now with PLEX as a single source of the truth, we're able to see all of the requirements from not only our aftermarket customers, but also our OEM customers in one system, and that really allows us to optimize the inventory levels, not just at this site, but also within the different manufacturing facilities. On the forklifts, you see that they've got full-size displays, so they're running PLEX on those displays. So we're using a Bluetooth scanner coming over into those terminals. They're able to also do label printing real-time on the forklifts, and that really makes this a pretty efficient operation. Okay, so that's it. I wanted to say thanks very much for joining me on this journey through the brake drum manufacturing process here at Gunite. For more information about Accuride, please go to www.accuridecorp.com. And for more information about PLEX, please go to www.plex.com.